This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
How good is that?
Welcome to a brand new episode of EduKate. Welcome, Lizzie. Welcome, Jess.
Thank you, Kate.
Hello.
I'm so glad the two of you are here today. I can't quite believe that we have finally got to an EduKate podcast episode that is all about breaking down the brand new album, Tortured Poets Department by Taylor Swift. Like, how did we get from the lead up to the concerts, to her gracing this lovely country of ours, to her announcing an April 19 release date, and now it's here in all its glory. Not only one album, but two.
I know, and didn't April 19 seem so far away when she said it?
It's been a long time coming, guys.
It has been a long time coming. And
Thank
can I
you.
take you guys back to last week? Kate was kind enough to secretly film Lizzie and I trying to decode some of the teaser video that Taylor posted. But I would like to say that this little moment happened.
Is that saying it's a double album because Midnight?
Well, maybe. And you know how she's been doing this a lot?
Yeah. Or she was with everyone. She probably is.
So can I say big up to the girls?
Yeah.
Well done.
This one's for the girls.
This one is for the girls.
I know I was making fun of you, but I have to say the hype around it and the lead up and the excitement and the dropping of. I mean, you guys were even talking about the fact that there were AI versions of the song, and I mean, you people, you true
You
Swifties,
crazies.
you don't fall for stuff like that. But
No.
the internet was going wild with everything.
I know, and
floating around out
I don't
there.
know where you guys were, but we were driving up to Tamworth, listening to the album in the car, which I wouldn't normally like to do. I like to have a first listen in a dark room
private.
with headphones on, eyes closed.
Yeah.
Didn't get to do that.
But you're a mother now. You know,
I know,
that
do you
stuff
know-
goes out the window.
Do you know what it ended up being for me? The Tortured Parents Department. Because by the time the second album dropped, so I heard the first one, and I'm
Yes.
thinking, I can't hear anything but road noise because you're going 100k
Yeah,
on the
no.
freeway. Lizzie then texts and says, it's a double. I message her back, what are you talking about? And then we hit a dead spot of reception. So I can't even load the songs. I'm
Really
saying to her,
bad.
it's a double album. Like, I don't know what to think.
Pull over.
We put two songs on. Harry, 10 months old, cracks it in the back, and we do about half an hour of his happy song, Image and Heap, on replay. So,
No.
yeah, having to know that there was new Taylor out in the universe and not be able to listen to it straight away was very heartbreaking for me.
And where did you listen, Lizzie?
I was actually here in the studio with Jermaine, who's the social producer for the Drive show,
Yeah.
because he was wanting to have, a resident Swiftie
Yes.
getting a live reaction.
Are they stealing you? You're
They
our,
did.
you're
They
our,
poached
you're
me,
our
guys.
Swiftie.
Keep in mind you are contracted to educate until we say otherwise.
But it was, which is new for me because I'm like you. I'm usually alone with my headphones in, no one talking to me, like all that kind of thing. So I actually was really flustered because I listened, he played us the first two songs, and then I was like, well, now I have to go, like it's dropped, but I have to go home, and I don't want to listen to it like on the bus in my tiny headphones. Like I was panicked and I was flustered.
It has to be done properly.
I think
Yeah.
everyone had this perfect idea of how they were going to do it. I know for me, I
Where
had
were you?
travelled away for the weekend with my daughter down to Phillip Island. We'd been fussing about, but knowing that we needed to be back in our accommodation by 2:00
Yeah.
to have a listen. We
Quiet
bought
time.
not even a proper lunch. We just like bought a sausage roll and a pie from the tiny little store. And in fact, she was even allowed a classic can of Coke.
Love that.
Like it's
mate, Taylor doesn't
day.
drop an album every day, does
no,
she?
very special day. And I got my legit Diet Coke, which
Love
I
that.
do like a sneaky one every now and then. Got back to the accom, and we had built it up so much. And May's 9.
Yeah.
9 and almost 10. But she pulled the pin on it. I think we got up to about track 4 or 5. So we'd listen to the London, and
So
we'd
long
listen
London.
to
Tortured Poets, you'd heard
yeah.
Fortnight.
So we'd listen to those, and she got really quiet at the table. I said, how's it? It's pretty great, isn't it? I thought maybe she was just a bit serious.
Yeah.
And she parented me and basically said that it wasn't appropriate and it was making her feel really sad. I mean, Fortnight has a few lyrics about wanting to kill her.
Yeah, I love that.
And so I think we'll be going back to maybe the Red album.
She's
and
a very
and a bit of
emotionally intelligent
debut.
9-year-old.
She doesn't, she's not just singing the lyrics.
No,
she's actually
she's feeling
thinking
it.
about them. So I think that I haven't made my way through it in its entirety, so I'm keen to listen today. but I will have to enjoy it on my own. And it's great that she doesn't want to listen to things that probably aren't for her just yet.
No, that's actually parenting done right.
Thank you for saying that, because I told Jess something this morning that her mouth fell open.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't listened to it in its entirety either.
I know Jess told that to me.
Oh,
and
guys,
I was-
why are
Sorry,
you
we talk
Guys,
about you behind your back.
It's not like me as a Swiftie at all. But honestly, I relate to May, because I got to a point where I went, this is actually just a bit much for me today. We don't have to put this in the podcast, but my grandma died in between album drop 1 and 2.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, isn't that?
And so I was like, okay, how much sad do you think what's the lyric?
How much sad do you think I had?
Literally, I didn't have it in me
No.
to continue. But before, my grandma kicked the bucket, I was like,
Oh, you don't sound that
is-
upset about it
Well,
when
I
you're
didn't
using
really-
a term like that.
didn't really know her. God bless her soul.
No.
But-
I know. But regardless, it was a heavy day.
It was a lot. And honestly, I have ADHD. My brain just couldn't wrap itself around it. And I'm having to do it in chunks, which, shout out to the Swifties who are also having to take it in chunks. It's okay. It's okay to be.
It doesn't mean you're less of a fan.
Exactly. And I just want to be the voice for those people, because I'm a hardcore Swiftie.
Yep.
But it's all right, guys.
And I want to be a voice for anyone that listened for the first time in a car. Go and put some headphones on, sit down in a quiet room and listen to it. The music, like the production, is beautiful, especially in the sort of second half of the album, or the second bit that dropped.
Yeah.
So nice. There's so many connections. You can hear other songs in there. Like, I think one of the songs, Chloe, Sam, Marcus, whichever one that is like, again, the start of Champagne Problems. You can play the end of Champagne Problems and the start of that, and it's the same piano sort of riff. Wow. So have a listen to that. There's also Hoax in another song. I've heard Mad Woman, bits of Mad Woman in another song.
Oh, I love Mad Woman, and you don't hear that a lot.
No, you don't. It's really worth putting headphones on and having a really good listen to it, because it was hard to digest in the car, and I was thinking, is this second bit a touch boring? No, with headphones, it's phenomenal.
Okay,
so Taylor, I apologise for any doubt.
It's like pizza in the fridge the next day. You can just keep going back to it.
I don't think you need to do that. I thought we were going to reflect on some predictions that we made, but if 2 of us out of 3 haven't heard the albums in their entirety, how are we going to do this?
Well, that doesn't matter, because what I've done is, so last week we spent about half an hour recording. We split the songs up, and we each had to have a little go at what we thought the song either might sound like, what the theme might be, what the music, like what the production might sound like.
Yeah.
And then when we listened through, we'd know if anything matched up. How good a Swiftie are we?
Yeah.
To know that Taylor, Lord and Saviour, might follow some similar avenues to some thoughts we might have.
Okay, I'm really excited.
Okay, so what I've done is I've got 10 things that we said, and I'll go through them relatively quickly, but I want to play what we said, flashback to what we said, and I can confirm this was pre-recorded before we heard the
It
album.
absolutely was. I think we did a date check and everything.
We did do a date check. I just haven't put it in, which seems silly. Okay, so the first track was Fortnight. Kate was given this one. She had a little explanation as to what she thought Fortnight might actually end up being about.
It's referring to like a moment in time. I'm thinking
weeks?
like big love story. I don't think it's particularly pacey, this song, but it's like there's a snapshot of something that happened that was amazing, and maybe it was whirlwind, maybe it was falling in love, but it was something spectacular that happened, but that then had to be left behind.
Okay, so we're listening for the slowish production and something amazing that happened and then was left. Let's have a little listen.
Is that a win?
Well, let's wait for the time. Well done.
100%.
And incredibly, so many references, and that song in particular about Mr. Matt Healy.
A lot of Matty Healy on the album.
Yeah, we did not see that coming.
Didn't see that one coming.
We'd never have picked that.
I think we've said Mr. Alwyn was probably shaking in his boots, but in the end was quite happy.
Yeah,
there was a lot less about it.
One for the team there.
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Okay, what next?
All right, we stayed on Fortnight, and I gave a few little lyric references. I just want you to hear what I say towards the end here, and then I'll play you some audio.
Okay.
Hooked up, Knew it wasn't right. Be fine. He'll be gone in a fortnight.
Well, that's fun. That makes it more fun.
Yeah, like fly him in and out of these cities.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't care if you go to Florida or wherever.
Yes.
You're in and out of here.
Yes.
All right, so we noted the Florida mention. Have a little listen to Fortnite. We counting that as a win?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because it's kind of, I mean, I may have been correct, but I was a little more vague than you, you know?
Well,
Almost too specific, I think I was. And I know there's a track on there called Florida, so I won't take
also-
that one, you know. But to think
okay.
it might be in that song.
100%.
Point for
and
you.
also, what on earth happened in Florida, guys?
I
And
want to go.
Texas.
Do you think like the travel, travel bookings to Florida are going to
100%.
skyrocket?
Skyrocketing.
Yeah.
We should do a girls' trip for the show.
I would love that. Kate, shout, Lizzie. All right, we move on to the Tortured Poets department. We were throwing around, you know, what do you actually do with a title like that?
Yeah.
Department is also a hard word to rhyme, so it's like, what's she going to do there?
Yeah.
What she said.
Compartment.
Apartment as well?
Yeah.
So we've got three. We've got 3 words.
Well, we need one more and we got the chorus.
You just sitting in your apartment thinking you're the head of the Tortured Poets department.
Love that.
Yeah.
Like that vibe.
And that was the vibe.
You left your typewriter at my apartment, straight from the Tortured Poets department.
Very well done.
Couldn't get closer.
I mean, we could have got the exact lyric.
Yeah.
We'll take what we can get. Okay, we move on now to Down Bad. Kate had some thoughts on what the production might sound like. Have a little listen to this.
Down Bad might be, I can hear her playing the guitar. You know when they play the guitar and then they hit the guitar? Like
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's not country, but it's got more of a funky. I'm a 45-year-old woman using the word.
No,
funky.
I'm enjoying this.
Out.
Have a little listen to Funky Down Bad.
Did you
Then a little
really
beat coming in.
me?
Are we calling that a win?
Well, I was going funky, more of like a hardcore hitting the guitar.
Yeah, but
it,
I
like,
wanted to give you some
I know
sort
you've
of a
given.
win.
Okay, I'll take that. That point for effort.
We sound so unhinged in those.
100%. All right, we move on now to My Boy Only Breaks His Favourite Toys. We had a bit of an explanation. Lizzie threw out some lyrics. Have a little listen to this.
We know what this is about. I think this is about her or whoever the person singing the song is the favourite toy, and he really loves me, but he treats me so appallingly.
I think it's going to be like I was just a puppet on a string, like a rag doll waiting for you
For
to
him.
come home.
I
Yeah.
was just his plaything.
Yeah.
Now I just get up on stage and sing.
Yeah.
Big thing to note there was Lizzie's line about the string.
Repeating myself with me back on myself. First, pull the string and I'll tell you that he runs because he loves me. He loves me.
So well done.
the
Kate got the theme. Lizzie got the actual line. Very impressed
Crazy.
there.
Oh, so descriptive.
I then had some more lyric suggestions. Have a little listen. It's like a metaphor of a toy box. So it's like, I've been thrown out. I was played with. I've been
Yeah.
thrown out. I can't get back in the box. All right. What did she say about a box? Let's have a listen.
More when we play pretend than with all the cans, 'cause he took me out of my box.
Took me out of my box.
Just amazing. Do you know when I listened to that for the first time, I wondered, you know the very famous scene in the Barbie film where there's there's that kind of Margot Robbie playing Barbies
Haven't seen
in
it.
the box, and Will Ferrell is
Yep.
saying like, get back in your box. And it's kind of really layered messaging. I'm thinking, the first thing I thought when I heard that was, I wonder if Taylor wrote that lyric before or after she saw the Barbie movie.
That's a very good
Interesting,
question.
interesting.
I would love to know the answer to that one.
It's interesting 3 times.
We stay on My Boy Only Breaks His Favourite Toys because yours truly had a little suggestion as to
You?
what the song... Do you not know what a yours truly is?
I thought you meant Kate.
No, yours truly.
Oh,
if I'm
sorry,
talking...
sorry.
it's-
Yeah,
I'm-
okay.
but she's-
Can you point
I'm
to
yours.
me
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you're talking
She's
about
ours,
me?
truly.
Just for the listener, pointing to myself, had a little suggestion as to what the melody might sound like. This is last week when we recorded. Or what if it's like, my boy only breaks his favourite toys. How close does it sound? Let's listen to Taylor.
My boy only breaks his favorite
listen to old Jess Mackey with Taylor.
My boy only breaks his favorite toys.
That is identical.
Surely
cannot
that's a win.
deal.
That's a win.
That is actually crazy.
Hey, Taylor, get out of there.
That's too far.
You need some money. You're owed some
Yeah.
money.
You're
Jesse's cashing in, baby.
I did love when we did this last week.
It was
Jess
amazing.
did do sing along. I mean, I wanted
Kate
to
and
make
I.
Singing.
your own podcast
Kate and I
just
were
with
in
the
awe.
singing.
You'll note that none of those songs I made up are in here because they were so different. I do have another one to play you. So this was I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. Lizzie gave us a little explanation about what had been happening online. Was it right? Let's have a little listen first.
I can do it with a broken heart. And I've actually seen a lot of theories about this on TikTok about her having to go on tour so straight away after their breakup and being like, it's okay, I can still do this, but I've got a broken heart. Like, I still have to show up for the fans and for work and doing the thing that I fought so hard to do. I can do it with a broken heart.
Which is exactly what Taylor said.
Breaking down, I hit the floor. All the pieces of me shattered as the crowd was chanting more. I was grinning like I'm winning. I was hitting my marks. 'Cause I can do it with a broken heart.
I love that. The
Yeah,
1,
it's
2,
great.
3, 4. Everyone's
Yeah.
saying that's the click track that she hears in her
Oh,
ear.
I love that.
Yeah, so it's like when they're going to the chorus. So if you're Taylor, for example, you know how they have the little in-ears and
Yeah.
sometimes they'll pull them out when they can't hear.
Yeah.
And so she hears
Yeah.
so she knows to sing on beat, and everyone hears that. All the the backing singers,
Yeah.
everyone playing an instrument so that they're all on the exact same time because you get a lot of reverb through the stadium.
I love that.
And you
And
don't
then
wow.
They'll also count them into the chorus. So they'll say chorus in 1, 2, 3, 4 in case the singer forgets what place they're at. So that little voice in the background is actually the click track in her ear.
Which
I
is
thought was
also
very
like
nice.
a cueing Taylor to be on and
Yeah.
continue
Yes.
doing the
Put
job
that
that's
smile on,
expected.
it's time to go. Okay, let me just round out with 2 more. So this is Guilty as Sin. We know sin, is all about religion, but we had a little guess down along those lines. Have a listen. Maybe it's guilty as sin. They all think I'm with him. Daddy said, don't turn him in. Because the Bible says, don't lay where you should be laying with him. little help from Kate on the end there. That one obviously not pre-written,
I'm
but
so sorry. It sounds so
But the Bible
sad.
says.
But imagine, right, when I'm then listening to the album for the first time, and who is throwing out religious analogies left, right, and centre?
What if I roll the stone away?
Straight from the Bible.
They're gonna crucify me anyway. What if the way you hold me is actually what's holy? I choose you and me religiously.
So lyrics wrong.
Oh,
theme
see, I haven't
completely
heard that
right.
one yet.
Oh, you're gonna like that, Kate.
Oh, yeah, why?
You got the goosies going
Why
up.
do you
'Cause it's such a
think?
beautiful song.
Goosies.
Because the one of the songs I have listened to is the "Sorry, Daddy, but I love him" or something like
But
that.
Daddy, I love him,
But-
yeah.
But Daddy, I love him. Sorry, but I would always apologise ahead of that. Is that starts with like a lot of religious context as well. I
There's-
think about the
there's
church.
a lot of altars and
Yeah.
even weddings.
Can I tell you what that
vibes.
song is about?
Yeah.
Okay, so I did my research on this yesterday.
We had a good discussion about it.
When Taylor started dating Maddie Healy, he then unfortunately said all these racist comments. He was
About
doing a
Ice
few
Spice.
and doing a few things on stage that people weren't too happy with.
And
A
Taylor was not down.
Well,
with
a subsection of fans started a hashtag called #SpeakUpNow, as in on the play of Speak Now, Speak Up Now. And it was an open letter written to Taylor, signed by however many fans, saying to dump him. Reassess your value. He's dragging your name. This isn't good for you. She's then written this song. If you listen to that song, it's all about, I'm not listening to you. Stop all the bitching and moaning. Like, if you listen to it in that context, she's like, you're writing all of these things. I'm never even going to see it.
Yeah.
And you can't tame me or my heart. It's my good name to destroy.
It's a
Stay out
message
of
to the
it.
fans.
So it's quite
her-
amazing.
It's actually her well and truly being mother to the fans and being like, I don't want to hear it, guys.
Absolutely.
Well, that's her-
putting them in their place.
that's her setting a boundary.
Yeah.
Well,
with
I
us.
actually...
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is
Well,
which
we
is
didn't
risky.
sign it, Lizzie.
is kind of because people
for
can
her.
turn, and when people turn, there are millions of them.
That's
when
right.
it comes to Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
So I credit to her for, writing what she believes in.
I went onto the Twitter account of one of the huge Taylor accounts that had posted it at the time, and someone had tweeted them and said, man, bet you didn't think this is the way you'd get mentioned on a Taylor album. And they just wrote back, I stand by what I said.
Oh, really?
So, and then I noted they critiqued every song but that one.
Yeah,
So that's quite
interesting.
Okay, the final song that we had a little go at predicting last week before Taylor had even had a whiff of releasing this album was called LOML. Have a little listen to Lizzie explain that one, and then a little comment that happens.
And then the last one is LOML. I mean, I think we're all assuming it's Love of My Life, but it also might not be. Like, we know her. It might stand for something completely different.
But if it's Loss of My Life. I'd like to now play you a line
It's not
from
right, is it?
LOML.
I'll still see it until I die. You're the loss of my life.
100% we've nailed that one, ladies. Got the lyric right. I know you're more upset about that than proud that we've done
No,
that.
but I feel the
That's great
same.
for
This
you.
album is so sad, guys.
Guys,
Yeah, it is.
park that. We fully guessed what lyric she was going to put in there. Is no one impressed?
Yeah, I'm really impressed.
Oh,
Sorry.
let's
this is
first
why-
be depressed,
No,
then you can
Jess,
be impressed.
This is why I have to take it in chunks because my serotonin levels are already low, okay? They can't get any lower.
Have you listened to that song?
Yeah.
That's really sad.
Oh, right when I thought I'd had a win.
Well, you know what? We're just being down on the fact that you are victorious over
Well, it
the
wasn't
two
a
of us.
competition.
No,
But we
but
all-
it is.
we all
let's
did
be
really
honest.
well,
Let's
didn't
be
we?
honest. It is.
I'm the real winner because I've heard the whole album in full.
Yes, I know. And do you know what I will say is I saw this great article, and when I say article, I mean a post on Instagram by someone, and
It's another meme, was it?
no, it probably was, but I know the album, like 31 tracks. Yes, it's long. Yes, it might be down. Yes, it's a lot of her kind of like. There's a lot of rebirthing and a lot of like going over old ground to find new ground, I suppose.
Oh, I love that.
And the post was from an English teacher, I think in the US, saying, Taylor Swift, thank you for making poetry cool. Thank you for helping me encourage my students to put pen to paper, not only to write poetry, but as an exercise to heal and move on and just be
That's a nice thought.
wonderful
This
again.
is where I always feel like her main power lies, is that she gives women, and especially young women, the opportunity that no matter what you're feeling, it's valid, and write it down, do what you need to do to get it out. It's healthy to do it, and your voice matters, because we're told so often, especially when you're a teenager, that experiencing feelings of love or loss or boys is all, a bit silly, and it's not, no one's going to take it seriously. And she every time makes people stand up and take it seriously.
Yeah, there are highs and there are lows. So one day you are singing "Loss of My Life," and the next day you're singing "22,"
Yeah.
and that's cool.
I love that.
They're my feelings. I'm allowed to feel them.
Yeah.
Well, well done. We'll obviously prep some more by the time the next album comes out. We'll see how we do.
Oh, we'll be back next week because let's be honest, that is only just the surface.
More to unpack.
Fits in Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.